What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and in this video, I want to answer the question of what is vampirism and how does it work? While I am showing you some footage of the Facebook version of the game, these conversations, this math, all of these statistics, all of the item discussion, everything that we're going to be talking about here applies to every version of the game. That is Facebook, web, as well as mobile on iOS and Android. All the versions of the game, vampirism acts the same way. Now, I'm showing off my brand new Cleaver Eternal Sunshine Beach skin. You can be jealous if you like. I'm definitely not a pay-to-win player, but given that this is my job, I thought that I would, go ahead and pick up the skin. It looks pretty nice with the Hawaiian shirt. Anyway, my Cleaver here has 55% vampirism, all right? So the first thing that everyone needs to know is that vampirism is represented by a percentage. Okay, any hero that has vampirism will have it given to them in chunks of percentages. It's not like critical hit or physical attack where there are numbers that are added on. It is a percentage. Now, there are three ways that a hero can gain vampirism. The first is how most heroes gain it, and that is through these items or your equipment. If you take a look at Cleaver here, this is just an example. The Wasp item will provide vampirism plus 10. And as you level up, the more items that you get, you can see that there's one right here. There are other items in this list that will provide Cleaver with vampirism, although I believe 55% is Cleaver's max vampirism. Another example of a hero that gets its vampirism from items would be Galahad. You can see here vampirism plus 5 from this sacrificial dagger, and also Arachne, although I don't have my Arachne leveled up that much here, so I can't show you any of the items that has the vampirism, but if we scroll down, we can kind of see that they are there. Here's that Wasp, here's that sacrificial dagger that I just showed you with Galahad, so Arachne does have vampirism in the end. The second way that heroes gain vampirism is through a skill. You can see here that Kai has this passive violet ability, Stolen Life. This increases his vampirism by 110%. However, whenever a hero is given a stat via a skill, it doesn't always show up in the stat screen. So you can see that vampirism does not show up on this list, even though clearly Kai has 110% vampirism. You can also see this with Ishmael. Ishmael has got this Dark Craft ability that gives him 65% vampirism, and it does not show up in the list of stats. Now, the third way that heroes can gain vampirism is through having Dorian in your team. Dorian's violet ability provides the vampirism aura. All allies within a particular range of Dorian gain 115% vampirism. This gives Dorian himself 115% vampirism, even though that it's not on the list here, but it also gives mostly the backline and some of the midline heroes vampirism. Now, this does stack very well with Dorian's ultimate. This doesn't say vampirism, but it does give a bonus of 155% health recovery on damage dealt, and it functions very much the same as vampirism, but this debuff is applied to an enemy target, and then your allies have to attack that target specifically in order to gain health back. This is why that Dorian may be considered the best healer in the game, only if you position him correctly. He has a hard time keeping your frontline heroes' health up unless they have vampirism of their own. All in all, there are 6 heroes that have vampirism, starting with Dorian at the top with 115%. And remember, these are Facebook and web stats. The Dorian on mobile will have slightly less vampirism overall. You have Kai, Arachne, Ishmael, Cleaver, and Galahad. These 6 heroes have vampirism, at least on Facebook and web. They may add new vampirism heroes in the future, but these are the 6 heroes that we have for now. So let's show you a practical test of how vampirism works. I've prepared a fight for you using Arachne. Now, Arachne has 80% vampirism at max. Whenever we have an opportunity to let Arachne get damaged down a little bit, you can see that her basic attacks are doing 4,082 per hit. There it is, 4,082. And every time she's using a basic attack, she's gaining 3,265 health. For those of you with calculators back home, 3,265 is 80% of the 4,082 damage that she is doing. Therefore, every time she does damage, 80% of that damage is converted into her own healing. This affects her basic attacks, this affects all of her skills, and this goes for every hero in the game that has vampirism. Cleaver's Hook, his basic attacks, his putrefaction ability, Galahad, all of Galahad's abilities that do damage. Every time Arachne does 100 points of damage, she gains 80 points of health. That is 80% vampirism. I want to thank all of the new players that have recently joined my channel that have requested me answer this question, how it works, where to get it, who has the most. And I also want to thank my YouTube guild members specifically for suggesting that I do go ahead and make this video. If you're curious about how some of the other stats work, I have 2 videos on screen right now that'll discuss the main stats as well as how armor and magic defense work. Please check those videos out if you have some time. If not, that's okay. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.